Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Vauxhall Chevette LUX. Welcome back, and if you're new to Quarterlight, we're a car brochure channel here on YouTube, looking at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. So if you're interested in cars and car brochures, please consider subscribing. Anyway, back to today's episode. It's Saturday, which means it's a Saturday special edition, which means we look at a special edition version of various different makes and models every Saturday. And today, yes, it's the turn of the Vauxhall Chevette LUX. Now this is 1980, and very often, particularly around this time, you think of special editions, you think of Ford, for example, picking random bits out of the parts bin and throwing it on the Ford before the end of production. This one was a little bit different, so let's have a look at that now. And here is today's brochure. Now we're saying 1980 for this one. Vauxhall Chevette LUX is the special edition. Brings to you a touch of colour, and they had four different colours. It says here 4 beautiful two-tone colour combinations. I'm not sure about beautiful, unusually matched colours, I have to say, shown on these little hatchback versions of the Chevette. It does tell you what little extras it comes with. Like I said at the start there in the introduction, not like other special editions in that it wasn't really parts that they just pulled out of the production line that they kind of like wanted to get rid of, or end of line vehicle. This was done slightly different, so we're going to have a look at that before we look at anything else. So the special edition was really done by these guys, bit of an external source really. Star Custom Vehicles is Britain's leading independent creative styling and manufacturing specialist in the automotive field. It goes on to tell us its close association with Vauxhall Motors and its dealers ensures that produce quality and customer support are taken as being of paramount importance. The comprehensive Vauxhall warranty covers the Chevette LUX, and it's augmented by the Gold Star warranty. Goes on to say, October 1980 is this brochure. So really, it was done mainly by this external Bedfordshire-based Star Custom Vehicles, and then, of course, they sold them in Vauxhall dealers as a Vauxhall product. So a little bit different is what I'm trying to do to what you normally get with a special edition. But yeah, a little bit unusual really, that association really, sell these special editions through the Vauxhall dealer, but being the work of an external customizer. Definitely a different way to do it. Obviously you can see some of those features there. We've got a little bit of a sunroof, we've got this unusual two-tone colour, and it shows the other colours in the brochure. And these very unusual positioning of these driving lights. Let's zoom on what it's going to tell us at the front here. So, apologies for the colour, I don't know why they chose blue, but it's hard to read. But 4 beautiful two-tone colour combinations we've mentioned. Walnut veneer fascia and door cappings. That's very posh, isn't it? Tilting and removable sunroof. Push button and radio and stereo tape player, strangely worded, detachable hinged rear luggage cover, and twin quartz halogen fog and spotlights, and many other features which we'll open the brochure up now and have a look at. So we open it up, and I actually do quite like this one as a special edition brochure. A lot of special edition brochures, it's going to be smaller obviously, but a lot of them don't have as many images as this, so we've got lots of nice images to look at, starting with these colours, and it tells you the features over here. But let's start with these colours and see what colours you could get this in. Starts with this one kind of like the opposite way around really, the dark colour is out on the top. So this is royal red. It looks a bit brown, doesn't it? But this is royal red with Sebring silver star mist with red trim. Very nice. We also get this unusual mix. It's Jamaica yellow and ivory with beige trim. It's an unusual colour coordination, isn't it? And we got the yellow part is still on that little fuel tank there, and we get a little extra yellow stripe. Again, unusual. We also get this regatta blue with that same silver star mist colour. And then this main image, which is kind of like opposite way around, which is dark on the below it. But this particular one is orange tan and hazel brown with beige trim. And you also can see a little bit better how you got this little bit of an extra little stripe there. Was that you also get 2 door mirrors. 80s, you know. Not all cars had 2 door mirrors at that time. And then just a little bit of a zoom in on the rear, just to see those LUX badging and the big Vauxhall wording between the rear 2 lights. And looks like we've got 2 fog lights on this particular model as well. Features: Chevette LUX features walnut veneer trim and door cappings, including a trim snap shut glove box. We'll have to have a look at that in a moment, and we'll look at all these actually. Tilting and removable sunroof made from toughened solar reflective tinted glass, finished with stylish matte black fittings. Sounds nicer than it really is. 4 push button radio and stereo cassette player with auto replay, auto eject and full tone controls, complete with vandal proof self-locking chrome aerial. I bet that was a bit special in the 80s to get a stereo cassette player, so that was nice. And finally, a detachable hinge rear luggage cover, finished in durable cord that can be removed in seconds. Not that exciting really, but let's move down to see that interior. What an unusual interior for a Chevette. Yes indeed, we get that walnut veneer trim. I don't know if it suits the car or not, but I think I kind of like it in a sort of strange sort of way. And then of course you get the sunroof, which really does look like a bit of an aftermarket sunroof, really, doesn't it? Nothing special. We do get that little cover for the luggage, nothing too exciting really, is it? And then a little bit of another look at the veneer, which actually looks quite nice, and that fancy, very fancy for a Chevette anyway, a stereo cassette player. It also gives a list of some of the extra features on there as well: twin quartz halogen fog and spotlights, adjustable headrests, centre console, mud flaps, locking fuel cap, twin door mounted mirrors, yeah we did spot that, chrome tailpipe and a cigar lighter. We get the specifications on the back, which we're going to look at in a moment, and I guess I probably should have waited and just shown you the LUX badge on this image. It's a nicer image, quite nice having rear taillights on the Chevette, and overall I did like the Chevette. It was cheap and cheerful really, and it was relatively pretty hard wearing for what it was, at least, so I did quite like the Chevette, I must admit. Anyway, let's have a look at the specifications. Okay, so we've got a 1256cc 4-cylinder engine. Looks like 56.3 bhp. What else have we got? A transmission, mechanical clutch, of course, 4-speed all synchromesh, as you would expect at this time. Some gear ratios, suspension, brakes is a dual circuit. I'm going to presume it's discs at the front and drums at the rear, which it is. Steering rack and pinion, of course. Wheels, a sports wheel. I think possibly, was it a different sports wheel than you normally got? Doesn't mention that. I don't think it was too special. Electric's 12 volts, of course, and then a fuel capacity of 8.4 imperial gallons. We've also got the weights there, and the manufacturer's recommended maximum towing weight. Roof rack, 132 pounds, and some cargo dimensions. Not really too interesting. And then it ends there with those 4 colours and trims. Wonder which one you would have picked of those unusual colours and trims. I think I'm going to go for the very camp colour, I guess, really, when you look at that. The Jamaica yellow and ivory. A little bit of an old-fashioned combination, really, for an 80s car. And then finally we do get the fuel consumption figures. No performance figures sadly, but we do get the fuel consumption figures. Chevette hatch, it's a manual, and it looks like constant 56 miles per hour. It's doing 43.6, so a pretty good cheap economical runabout really. And again, it's going on talking about them Star custom vehicles, and then the date of October 1980. So there we go, the Vauxhall Chevette LUX. Definitely a bit of special, isn't it? Particularly that walnut trim and a stereo cassette player. Very fancy. I guess the main thing, the most noticeable of course, is that 2-colour combination. Thank you so much for watching Course Light today. If you do remember these Chevette LUXes, I can't remember seeing one. I don't know if I would have noticed them, because there were a lot of different two-tone Chevettes at the time. But if you do remember these, put it in the comments. Always interesting to read. Thank you for watching here on Saturday. I always appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your week. But for now, we'll say please do like and subscribe if you've not done already. Take care, all the best, and goodbye.